What's up, Evans fans? Hope you guys are doing absolutely fantastic. Mike Johnston here from Mike'sLessons.com, and I want to share with you 3 of my favorite linear fills, 3 of my all-time favorite linear fills. Linear drumming has always been something I've loved since I was young, and if you don't know what linear drumming is, it just means that no 2 limbs play at the same time. So you'll never have right hand and bass drum playing at the same time, or right hand and snare drum playing at the same time. Everything will be separate. So this groove right here is very non-linear because these go together and then these go together and these go together and these go together. If I was to play this, now it's linear. Everything is separate. Kick, hat, snare, hat. Kick, hat, snare, hat. So let's dive into the very first fill. This one is 16th note bass, so the entire fill is just 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a, and the pattern is incredibly simple. All of the magic of this fill lives inside the dynamics. All right, so the pattern itself is hat, right, left, kick, right, left, right, left, kick, right, left, kick, right, left, right, left. So really it's only 8 notes long. It's only kick, right, left, right, left. But on the very first kick, we're replacing that with the left foot to get that chick, to get that texture. Hat, right, left, kick, right, left, kick, right, left, kick, right, left. Nice and slow. As a fill, no orchestration, no dynamics. So like I said, the pattern is extremely simple, but it's the dynamics and the orchestration that really make it spicy. So we've got hat, right, left. Those are going to be ghosted. Kick, then a big old accent on beat 2. So 1 E and a, then big accent on 2 E and a. Then for 3 E and a 4 E and a, we've got 3 E and a 4 E and a. So the whole thing nice and slow. Goal tempo on this one is between 100 and 120. I'm going to play it at 110. It's such a simple fill, but honestly, like, what more do you need? Speaking of what more do you need, maybe 16th note triplets? Yes, I use this fill way too much. It is literally not even my favorite linear fill. This is my favorite drum fill of all time, but it's also an extremely simple pattern that you can probably already do. It's just combining it and being free with it around the kit. That's what takes a little bit of time. All it is kick, right, left. Let's just leave that alone. We got 3 notes, followed by 6 notes of kick, right, left, followed by 3 more notes of kick, right, left. So when we put it all together, we have kick, right, left, 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 kick, right, left. I know it sounds like a lot, but if you just loop it and repeat it over and over again, nice and slow, you will get it down. You'll commit it to muscle memory, and all of the kicks and the rights and the lefts, they all fade away. And what you're left with is this sound. Oh, it's so good. Now in this case, you can hear that I'm accenting 2 and 4. But when I move it around the kit freely, I'm kind of changing where those accents go. To me, the accents and the orchestration, that's the art. I'm giving you the pattern. The pattern has existed long before I was born. But what we do with it, that's what makes it art. That's what makes it unique. So I'm just gonna move this around a little bit so you can hear it, but then it's up to you to go to the kit, memorize the pattern, be patient with yourself, and start to orchestrate it. Just so much fun to play once you don't have to think about the pattern anymore. So when I'm learning this stuff, I learn it just over and over again, just on the snare, between kick and snare, no orchestration or anything, and I just allow my brain to memorize the pattern, and then slowly I'm able to speak the language of this fill, and that is a beautiful thing. All right, our third and final linear fill. Now, I will freely admit right off the bat, you're probably not going to use this in a lot of songs. This is more one of those things where it's just kind of fun as drum nerds. When we're in a room by ourselves, we're like, oh, I just want to throw a little heat. This is a fun one to play. So I'll just preface it with that. Now, it's made up of 2 blocks of notes. The first block is right, left, left, kick. We're going to pop the right and ghost the left. The second block of notes is 6 notes long, and it's right, left, right, all as accents. That hurt a little bit, followed by 2 ghost notes and a strong bass drum. Sounds like this. Now, phrasing-wise, you can do any combination of 5 4s and 2 6s. That'll give you a total of 32 notes, 1 30-second note bar fill. I'm gonna do 2 of the 4s, 2 of the 6s, and then 3 of the 4s. Sounds like this, nice and slow. And from there, you just want to mess around with the orchestration. I generally keep the ghost notes on the snare, but the accents is what I'm moving around the drums. Now, goal tempo on this one is anywhere between 80 and about 100 BPM. I'll give it a shot at 95. Just to be extra clear, I'm not advocating that you use this fill on a pop gig. This one is just for us. It's for us as drummers in a room by ourselves to have some fun with. All right, now before I leave you, I'll just give you a quick heads up on what drum heads I'm using, because it's actually quite a mix on this kit. Generally, I use UV2s on the toms. I generally use the HD on my snare, and then I use G1 coated on the bottom of the toms. In this case, I'm using the HD on the snare, like I said, UV2 on the rack tom, G1 coated on bottom. But on the floor tom, I'm using the Evans HD Dry. This particular floor tom just happens to ring forever. And I don't like a ton of gels on my drums or tape, just an OCD thing. But so sometimes I'll put some cotton balls in it, but the HD dry head kind of does everything I need it to do. And it gives me all the tone. It's not a muffled tone, it's just a shortened tone. So the sustain comes down. So the HD dry is perfect for like those floor toms that are just a little out of control. I'll show you what I mean. All right, Evans fans, have fun with these fills. Be patient with yourself and make sure, like I always say, tweak them just enough to make them your own. Take what I'm showing you and then mess with it until it becomes something unique to you. But until next time, go practice.